Where everything you see on the tables has been donated by Danny Thomas from Danny Thomas Party Rentals. I want to thank all the volunteers, the team of great people that I've assembled, that we put together to accomplish events like this, and come up with great ideas and execute them well. Everyone you see here in this room, next to you, in front of you, has contributed in some way, some form or another. And it's the reason that projects that I lead are possible. There's one thing I've learned is that nothing is possible alone. And assembling a group of wonderful, talented, thoughtful people is the only way to accomplish great accomplishments like this. I started Joey's Toy Drive when I was 8 years old in 2012. I started it really, I didn't know what I was getting into. It started off real small. I made flyers, handmade flyers with crayons and Crayola markers, and I passed them out throughout the neighborhood. And I think that first year I raised about 30, 40 toys. It was a good year. It was exciting for me. As an 8-year-old, I was able to collect 30 toys and put them towards a cause greater than myself. At the time, I didn't fully understand what I was doing, what I was getting myself into. I don't think I fully understood what the mission was and who I was helping and who I was doing it for. But over the years, I began to understand that greater. At the time, I partnered with Toys for Tots. As an 8-year-old, I didn't have the logistical capabilities to plan events like this and distribute toys. So I collected toys and I donated them to Toys for Tots, and they handled it from there. As years grew and I met more people and I created new partnerships and sponsorships, the drive grew, and with that, I decided to become independent. So in 2018, I became fully independent. Everything from the planning process, from collecting toys, all the way up to the distribution of the toys, to handing the toys to the kids themselves, I handled with a team of people as well. It was an incredible feat, and it's something that I was passionate about, something that I wanted to take on, and I thought I was capable of doing it, and I was right. So in 2022, that year was the biggest year. Last Christmas, it was scary to say the least. There was a lot of new partnerships, there was new people I was working with. Last year, we collected about 8,000 toys. Now, like I mentioned before, none of this is possible by myself, and I will never, ever take credit for something like this, by myself. I had assembled a great group of people, and like I mentioned, everyone here has contributed in some way and has helped me make this possible. I created new partnerships with businesses, schools, churches, other nonprofit organizations from all over the Bay Area that made this possible. I talked to people, influential people, nonprofit leaders, organization leaders that offered their insight, gave me advice, gave me tips, and really took me under their wing. I was not born with this knowledge. It's stuff that I had to learn through trial and error and through talking with great people, as well as my parents, who I want to give a lot of credit to. So last year, I mentioned we collected about 8,000 toys. A majority of those toys, about 7,000 of them, we distributed them in one day on December 18th at an event that we held at our warehouse. And it was a drive-through event. We were still dealing with COVID protocols and procedures. So we had families come in from all over the Bay Area. I was looking at the list and I saw Stockton addresses, Tracy addresses, Gilroy, Hollister. Families were coming over from all over the area to collect these toys. And these were families that needed them. They needed these donations. They were struggling financially. It was a hard time for everyone. And with that, we were able to make a difference. So we distributed these toys on that day. I'd say about 1,000 toys left over we distributed through individual requests. There was a lot of families that weren't able to attend the event. They had to work, they had other commitments, they weren't able to attend, period. So we fulfilled individual family requests with these toys, and we allowed parents to come in and pick up toys for the kids. Also, last year in 2022, I created a new partnership with GEM, Global Empowerment Mission. And I met with the founder, I met with the chief of operations, I met with GEM West, and I was able to attend an event that they had up in Paradise, California, for wildfire victims. If you don't know Paradise, California, they had a really terrible wildfire in 2018. And the families there are still dealing with that. So, with this newfound partnership, I brought up 1,500 toys to Paradise, California with this partnership with GEM. And I was able to attend their event that they had, and we distributed toys to the wildfire victims in Paradise. This year, I'm also partnering with GEM. And as I mentioned before, these newfound partnerships, these new people that I've met with, these new people that I've talked to, have taught me these great things and have made this possible. Now, this year we plan to do, I'd say we're on track to do about 15,000 toys. It's about double what we did last year. And, through holding events such as this and partnerships with GEM and our distribution events that we held last year, it offered credibility and it offered new possibilities. So we've been able to create a substantial amount of new partnerships and sponsorships this year as of, November 17th. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, and we're already doing more than double what we've done last year by this time. What that means is about 15,000 toys this year we plan to distribute. We also plan to partner with other organizations to expand our reach. When I say we, I'm speaking from my team. We don't want to necessarily hand out all of these toys here in San Jose. We want to expand our reach. The problem doesn't lie just here. The families are everywhere that are recipients. So we've attempted to create new partnerships with the Center for Farm Workers Union, food banks throughout San Jose, food banks throughout the East Bay Area, Title I elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools throughout the counties in the Bay Area. And we've already started planning these events. These events are lined up through the month of December. So far, we have about 6 partnership events that we're hosting in December where we'll be bringing these toys, and we'll be distributing these toys to the kids, to the families, as well as our main event, which is on December 23rd. As far as the future for this drive, it's something I'm very passionate about this. I started as an 8-year-old, I didn't know where I was going, and now I'm 18 years old, and this is a full-time job. I don't want to stop doing this. I want this to continue moving on. I want this to continue growing. But truthfully, I don't know where the future will lie. I think next year will be even bigger than it will be this year. My sister Brooke is staying right there in the middle, and hopefully hopefully she will help me take this over next year. But I'll keep it short and sweet, and I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank everyone for contributing. I want to thank everyone for helping, for guiding me, for donating, for making this possible. All of the money, all of the proceeds that we generate here at this event will be put towards the purchase of more toys. If you know, our drive supports kids from ages 0 through 17. And a substantial amount of kids in the 13 to 17 age group are overlooked. We don't have a lot of those donations. So holding events like this, we're able to generate money and go purchase toys for the age groups that we need. So, thank you. Now with that, I want to hand this over to my mom.